I hope they walk in expecting sort of maybe photographs hung horizontally on the wall, and then are just kind of shocked in a way that makes them want to walk around and explore. My name is Sean Elmquist, and I'm a sculptor and musician here in Duluth.
We chose Sean because Sean is what we consider an emerging artist in Duluth.
This particular sculpture isn't specifically made for this space, but as I said, it's adaptable. Yeah, I mean, I guess you just kind of think of the whole space as sort of a three-dimensional canvas in a sense. It's a fine line. You don't want it to be, you don't want people to be afraid to enter it, you know. There's enough lines that could get pretty busy, and you know, in a smaller space it could be kind of a spider web kind of thing. And just a single line in space, it's like a velvet rope. It signifies a barrier. So to some extent, you know, it's a fence, but to another extent it might be, you know, a trail, a line that you follow.
In an installation piece, you are moving around the sculpture. It's going to change depending on where you are. The piece changes depending on how many people are in the space. So it really is a participatory experience, and I think that's going to be really exciting for people.
And then sometimes it's about pushing back against the space or against people, or, you know, there's an element of drawing people in, but then there's also an element of pushing people away. Those kind of tensions are kind of what the whole thing is based on. Sort of in a state of disrepair right now. I started out putting together this frame, which is made out of PVC. So it's relatively light and pretty strong, and then most importantly, flexible. Light, strong, and flexible are probably the three most important aspects of any material that I work with. Part of my whole idea for this sculpture, when I first thought of it, was a model really of a blue whale at the Museum of Natural History in New York. So there are some whale aspects, some Moby Dick aspects to having a big white shape. When somebody comes in here and it's just kind of, there's a sort of shock and awe kind of thing, like, how did this happen? Or, you know, why is this here, you know?
I think Duluth can have work, visual artwork, that is challenging and interesting and engaging. And I think it's really important that the Duluth Art Institute seeks that out and makes that part of their mission.
For me, it's a great opportunity because there just aren't that many places where somebody would give me this much space to do this, you know? And I mean, at the same time that I'm sort of trying to explode the idea of what an art gallery is, I need an art gallery to hang my art in. But there's also an aspect of installation art that I think is really important, is that it is sort of ephemeral. It's a temporal idea. It's not necessarily something that needs to be here forever. I mean, part of its whole way of existing in the space is that it's just here for a time.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and by viewers like you.